Hi everyone, I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for our weekly reading from Monday the 30th of September through to Sunday the 6th of October. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. And as always, take what resonates and just put the rest to one side. So asking for a card for Monday. The Death card, which is released in this pack. For Tuesday, the Five of Cups. Wednesday, the Four of Wands. Thursday, the Two of Cups. Friday, the Fool. Saturday, the Heart Chakra. And Sunday, the Seven of Pentacles. So for the Heart Chakra, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so Monday, the Death card. This is release, and you can see he's peeling away those layers and layers, and there is light coming from his body. This is the card that is connected to Scorpio, and Venus is in Scorpio, taking us into the deepest parts of our inner being, of our hearts, shining light into our lives. And Venus in Scorpio is uncomfortable. It's like when you're in a foreign land. She's not comfortable there. So this energy could be bringing up discomfort for us. So we're moving through the wormhole of this eclipse season. We've come through the lunar eclipse that really asked us to go deep, feel those emotions so that we can heal them. In Pisces, that super full moon, lunar eclipse in Pisces, which was closing things out, things coming to the surface, the light being shown on parts of our lives, into our relationships, into the collective that maybe we would not have seen, we wouldn't usually see. So we're starting to see the truth, and it is bringing endings. This is a very karmic time as we're moving through these eclipses. So these karmic relationships that will fall away now if they're not in alignment, if we're not on the same wavelength, they'll start falling away. But then we'll be connecting to others on the same wavelength, same vibrational timeline as we are. So we're going through a lot of endings in order to take in the fresh and new beginnings. And these beginnings are soul-filled. They merge with our soul self. But sometimes to take that transition, to do the alchemization, it can be quite challenging. And the angels are bringing through the message that this is a solar eclipse. So we're feeling the energy of the solar eclipse that occurs on Wednesday. So we're starting to feel it. this solar eclipse is in Libra, which is all around our relationships and the seventh house of our relationships with others. So as we are going through this time of really that deep self-discovery, looking at how we prophesize. So with this solar eclipse on Wednesday, there is a star conjunct to the solar eclipse. There is Padma, and it's a star that is fixed in the constellation of Virgo, and it is conjunct this solar eclipse of 10 degrees. So we've been asked to look at how we self-prophesize. So our wounds come into our awareness through maybe a relationship. So everyone that we are coming into contact with is showing us our wounds. So as we are speaking in to these wounds, feeling them, reacting from them, we are going into a state of self-prophecy, so that we then start to think the same way. Let me just, so maybe we have a wound of abandonment, and we are pulled a relationship in that has ended. They've walked away, they've left us. So in that case, the same old feelings of I'm not good enough, I'm not attracted enough, I'm never going to find love. And then we start to speak about it, and those same old thoughts to do with what keeps happening starts to emanate from our bodies. So we start to prophesize in a way that we've not seen before. So we are sending the signal out that we are abandoned. So we pull in the people in our lives that will abandon us, so that we then start to create the same pattern. And they're showing it me like a program, like a program in a computer. So once that program starts running, it just keeps going and going and going. So as we're seeing these self-prophecies, that this beautiful constellation, this fixed star is shining upon us, when we're going in and listening to how we are reacting, or what is coming up for us within each and every relationship, past and present, because every single relationship has been trying to show us something. So this is a powerful time of endings. So relationships may end, changes of home, of career, of schools, of all these things that are happening at this time. We're going through this fluid time of change, and it is to flow with that, because once we start to worry about it and contract and go into resistance and go into self-sabotage and go into the old programs, we're self-prophesizing those things to keep occurring. We hold ourselves there. So during this time, everyone we come interface with is showing us what's going on within us at a very deep level, but not just at this moment, from the past, from past lives, from our ancestors. So there's a lot of energy coming through us that it is not comfortable within us anymore. We feel it. We feel the unhappiness. We feel the exhaustion of carrying these and letting these programs run out within our lives. So whatever may be coming, whatever is presenting itself to you face to face, however you're feeling, if it's not a wholesome feeling, it's coming to be shown. It's an old program that we've prophesized, that we have stayed in that timeline, that connection, and for it now to be able to take those layers off of the abandonment, take those layers off of feeling not good enough, take those layers off of thinking that we have to be someone else to be able to be appreciated. So there's lots of falseness that maybe this eclipse season is shining and showing us. And it's not about getting into the upset, because Tuesday, the 5 of Cups, is one of grief. But it's not getting into the upset of all that, because once the light shines on it, we then see the lesson, and we start to, as the 3 of Cups, the 5 of Cups is asking us, we change our focus. So we change our focus. In traditional tarot, the 3 of Cups is falling out, everything has emptied out of those 3 of Cups, but 2 of Cups is left standing. And the 2 of Cups in our tarot is love. So looking at everything in our life that's hurting us and speaking about it, prophesizing it for it to come back in again. So if somebody upsets us, or some situation or whatever will occur, how we start to speak about it and feel about it is what we are asking for more of. When we start to shift that, move that focus, and start to speak in a way of affirmations that I am good enough, whatever uplifts you, speaking in positive statements, taking our attention away from the old, the same old that we get upset with because things don't go our way. This will have shown us during this time we would have been presented with something unique to each one of us that's going to show us how we feel when it doesn't go the way we want it to, and what that brings up for us. So there's a powerful energy of healing that's going deep down and helping us to untangle from all these, helping us to let go of those old codes that are no longer serving us, ready for Wednesday, the solar eclipse, which is, I love this card, which is the 4 of Wands, bringing in the joy. Knowing that if we've been rejected, or something's not gone the way that we would have liked it to or expected, knowing that it's a redirection, we're going to somewhere better, something better's coming into our lives. And this is this joy of this solar eclipse. And the solar eclipse on Wednesday is the moon and the sun and the earth. So the moon passes in between the sun and the earth. So we receive the downloads from the sun, from the moon, and conjunct with this solar eclipse is Black Moon Lilith. She is the feminine. She is the first wife of Adam before Eve, but she would not be subservient. So it is said that Adam cast her out, and then Eve came in, and she was the lesser than the male, the weaker. So Black Moon Lilith on Wednesday is asking that we all stand. We all stand. And how many times are we, when we are in certain groups of people, ask us what we do, and we will maybe in the past may have said, oh, I do meditation, or we try to rationalize what we do as light workers, as spiritual workers, to fit in, because it hasn't been the norm until more and more people now are waking up. So we're coming out and we are expressing ourselves. We're speaking from our beliefs, and those beliefs may change as we evolve, like the belief that we pull in people that don't love us. Once we come in and really connect to our soul, which this energy is assisting us with, to really come down and to connect with that joy inside of being who we are, of knowing that we are good enough, that this is a card bringing through so much positive energy of love, of everything that's positive. So from the letting go and the things that fell away, that we've not grasped hold of and tried to fix and control, we've let things fall away, then we open up to this beautiful, powerful energy of joy. And we have the sun and moon of 10 degrees in Libra, this eclipse, when the sun and moon are conjunct. 10 degrees in Libra. Black Moon Lilith, 10 degrees in Libra. All these, the Mercury conjunct during this eclipse in Libra. So we have all these energies in Libra that are coming in on 10 degrees, and we're moving into the 10-10 gateway. So this is a powerful activation of the God code, of the universe. So on the solar eclipse, there is a restart, a coming back into our blueprint, being able to manifest. And on the solar eclipse, I maybe wouldn't, like we would normally do on a new moon, we would maybe start to plant those seeds and manifest. Maybe not on this one, on the solar eclipse, because the energy is a bit chaotic, but to just anchor into the joy within, knowing that whatever is within us, whatever we're feeling, that power that's surging through us and pulsating through us is about to burst out and start to prophesize in the rebirth, the birthing of new earth, the remembrance of who we truly are. So Wednesday is a beautiful day of really remembering who we are, feeling that joy, feeling the upliftment and everything going right in our lives, of trusting that. Thursday we have the Two of Cups, so this is love coming in. So from changing our focus on Tuesday to love, coming through the solar eclipse on Wednesday, focusing on best case scenarios, allowing our hearts to feel that joy and the upliftment of being loved, of knowing that love is coming into our lives. If it's not here yet, that we are knowing we're worthy now. The Two of Cups is this energy of two hearts coming together and of loving ourselves. Friday, the Fool. So this is the Fool, and this is beginning a new path. But this time we are moving on this path with faith, with all the wisdom. We're moving on this path lighter. We're moving in a vibration of our authenticity that's taking us into a higher timeline. So from the eclipse on Wednesday, coming through this energy of just the purest of love, divine love, and Sirius is up there shining, opening up that portal, bringing through the energies of the Christed light as we're moving through this powerful eclipse season to the 1010 gateway, the activations of the 10, the God codes, the Christ consciousness coming in us, moving us and lifting us and shifting us onto a timeline that's divine. You can see there she is moving up. Her heart is open. She has a feeling of pure joy coming from this card. So again, that energy of joy coming as we tap into it within us, then we start to emanate it all around us into our energy fields, and then we start to move in the direction. It starts to pull us, and so you can see Friday, this is a new path coming in. Saturday we have the Heart and the Hanged Man. So going into our hearts, looking at where we still may be running out those old programs that are hurting us, to just look around. This is the universe holding us, asking us to just look into every area of our life, but not from a analytical place, from a heartfelt place of knowing that everything is in divine order, that our soul knows its way. Our soul is taking us on this journey of remembrance. And the remembrance is in our heart, it's not in our head. We can take in so much knowledge in our head, but if we've not had the experience, then it can be unproductive. But once we have that experience, we feel it within our hearts, looking at every area of our life, maybe where we've had high expectations and then felt the disappointment of those high expectations that we placed upon ourselves or others, or the relationships that have been challenging and painful, to really look within our hearts and to allow our hearts to heal, because the universe is holding us, giving us this pause to really sink and come deep into our hearts and to view. So Saturday, it just feels like we feel we're at this crossroads and the angels are saying, follow your heart, allow your heart to navigate you. Your heart and your soul are so connecting now. We're starting to feel and listening. So whatever we are taking in, whether it is food, whether it's to really listen to our bodies. So before we eat something, asking, is this going to serve our body? Ask, is it going to serve? And we will get an answer. Not only with what we are taking in through our mouths, but what we are taking in through our visions, through what we are listening to. How is that affecting us, affecting our mental, emotional and physical well-being? And with this card we have the rainbow coming down into the crown. So the rainbow, the archangels coming in, bringing in that energy of the most beautiful healing, helping us to see where we may be stuck in those loops of those old programs, to take a breath, to just hold ourselves, to pause, to listen to what we're taking in, to what we're listening to what we actually believe in. So if somebody's saying something unkind towards us and we start to believe it and get upset with that, to go into our hearts and have some compassion for ourselves and the person. So Saturday is this drop into our hearts, the expansion of our heart space. And then Sunday, the Seven of Pentacles. This is awaiting results. And this card, I always feel Venus in this card because of the pink. So Venus is ruling this solar eclipse in Libra that is conjunct the South Node. Mercury is also in Libra. Mercury is the communicator. So how is Mercury communicating with each of these planets, with Black Moon Lilith, with Venus, with Saturn, who is also, Saturn in Pisces, is also activated during this week, during this solar eclipse, helping us to feel it, so that we can heal and move past those old disempowering beliefs. Helping us to move into this place of limitless potential. The only limits we place on it, that are placed on us, are the limits we place on ourselves. So this is saying, stop worrying, whether it's finances, whether it's career, whatever it may be, that we're moving through these changes and things are falling away. Don't worry, something greater is coming in, because we have been visualizing. We have been visualizing. We have been speaking into those visualizations and attuning our bodies, our feelings to these visualizations that are starting to come now. And you can see from the roots up, we've done that deep work in our roots, in our ancestors, starting to come up and now into the heart. So from Saturday, coming into our hearts, taking the gold, taking the love, alchemizing those lower emotions, and everything is born through pressure. The diamond, and we have this diamond light from Sirius, this gateway that's opened, that's coming from Sirius through this week, through this eclipse. This diamond light, these blue beings that bring this diamond light. The seed cracks open and there is growth. The grapes are crushed to make fine wine, and so everything goes under pressure for that elixir, for that Christ divine energy to come through. And that's what the process we have gone through. And now we are breaking out of that shell. The diamond in that piece of coal is starting to shine even brighter through this eclipse. To take a breath, to let go of worries. We have been on a course of realignment. So if we've gone off somewhere, we're being course corrected. Our soul is bringing us back into alignment, and sometimes during these times of such powerful shifts, it can be quite upsetting, because we're faced with the old upsets, we are faced with what we have been prophesizing through our own feelings and the way we do things, our behaviours. So a powerful week. I hope all that made sense. And on Wednesday I will tune in to the solar eclipse and just feel what comes through on Wednesday. This is a powerful day to sit and to meditate and to know that we are starting to prophesize. We are manifesting from a blueprint, our original blueprint. So a powerful week again, but it's worth it. Whatever we've gone through over this eclipse season, or not, we may have been able to just flow through, or not, whether it's storms coming into our homes, or whether it's what's happening in the outside world, whatever may have rocked us. To look at that, to look at what it has brought up for us, because that is there to squeeze, bring pressure, so that we can raise our holy oil, our Kundalini, which is connected to Panma, this beautiful star in the constellation of Virgo, the priestess. A wonderful week, a mystical week, as always. Look for the mystical. See the sacredness of life, of whatever may be going on. See the sacredness. Feel the gratitude for being here at this pivotal time. So I'm sending so much love. Oh yes, and the second moon's just dropped in. That's moving around our moon, bringing through a download, bringing through an activation for the divine feminine. And as always, the divine feminine, the divine masculine are within us all, and when they're in perfect balance, we start to weave a divine world, reality all around us. So this second moon is coming in and is bringing, because it's the horseshoe, it's bringing help. So it's bringing help from the galactic center. It's bringing help, it's bringing information, and it's also bringing good luck because of that horseshoe. It's bringing luck. So things starting to change, our luck starting to change. Once we stop prophesizing from an old program, our luck starts to change. And this is what this second moon, the moon is all around our feelings, it's all around our intuition, activating our intuition, activating some deep spiritual gifts that we have within us, that remembrance of our spiritual gifts that far outweigh anything, any knowledge. These are very powerful. This is a very powerful gift that we are being given during this time. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and thank you for listening. Thank you.